This is a book that I really like a lot. Currently has 725 readable pages, which I finished in 3 days. Could not put it down for one moment. I would stay up literally to 3 o'clock in the morning reading it. Sherrilyn Kenyon is one of my favorite authors. She is the author of the Dark Hunter series, as also Dream Hunters, Were Hunters. This book, the name is Acheron, but I believe in the Greek she pronounces Acheron. And this is Sherrilyn Kenyon herself. She said on her website that it took her like 14 years with this book. This was really a work of love and time that she really put into her character, Acheron.
Acheron was my favorite because he was the first one I ever read. I liked him a lot as a character. Back to your first is always your favorite, typically speaking. I liked Talon, but I liked Sunshine better, like his significant other. I am the type of person, I have found my sketchbook in the refrigerator before. So I identified very strongly with Sunshine. And like I said, I like Valerius because he tried so hard his entire life to be good.
Yes.
And it was the only thing that he actually did that was kind of a dick move was when when Kirian, he saw Kirian kill his grandfather, and when Zarek came to kill his father, and his dad was like, protect me, he was just like, here Zarek, here's a sword, I'm gonna go now. Peace.
I actually love that. I love that because all the while, you know, his father was
his dad deserved it.
Yeah, his dad deserved it, no doubt about that. And I laughed. I was like, here's a sword, do your thing, I'm out.
Kirian hated him because he was the splitting image of his grandfather. That's not something Valerius could help.
He could help
Zarek hated him because every time he tried to help Zarek got punished for it. You know, he gives Zarek a blanket and the guy gets his eye put out.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of understandable that you'd be twitchy about him, but Valerius didn't do any of it maliciously.
No, he didn't do it intentionally. He didn't intend it for him to get hurt.
Exactly. That's why I love Valerius as a character. You're right. His story, you know, everything hits the fan and it's terrible, but
I think the best thing is that he gets with Tabitha.
Oh, Tabitha's great.
And she is just awesome, and he even, you know, takes up for her, even when it's a kind of gesture. I think it was either from Kirian or her sister Amanda about the scar on her face that she got.
Yeah.
Well, they said, you know, maybe we can fix that with plastic surgery, and Valerius is like,
it's
she's fine.
Kirian that said that, and Valerius was like, what's she talking about? I like Acheron as a character. I like his backstory. I love this book for his backstory. I hate the fact that he ends up with Tori, because she could have been so much more than what she was, and I did not like that. I mean, especially when you have all these other great females. You have Amanda, who at first denies her power and says, no, this isn't happening. This can't be real.
Yeah, I'm normal.
Exactly. I'm normal. There's nothing strange. There's nothing weird. This is normal. This is normal. This is normal. You have Sunshine, you know. I'm a Native American god. What is up? You have Tabitha, who, you know, she's straight up, I'm not normal. Amanda was never normal. She didn't know that, but I'm not normal either, kind of thing.
Oh, I'm a sex shop. Come on.
Exactly. And one of the things I love about her is, you know, she feeds the homeless by not donating, but by literally getting bags of food and leaving them in strategic locations.
Because she knows where they hang out. She knows
exactly.
where they camp out.
And she takes the time to find that out. But she has so many other wonderful female protagonists. Kat was amazing. Kat was, you know, fantastically done. She has so many other...
That was Catra, right?
Yeah, Catra.
Yes.
She has so many other characters that are so well done. Danger was really cool. I love Danger and Alexion. I almost completely forgot about them. I think my 3 favorites are Kirian and Amanda, Valerius and Tabitha, and Danger and Alexion.
I have to say, my favorite characters throughout this series...
My favorite couples, I think.
Yeah, that too. It was Vane and the girl he got with. I know it's not part of the Dark Hunter, it is a Were Hunter.
Wait.
The reason why I really like the couple, Vane and the woman he got with, because she was a fuller figure.
Veterinarian, she had the ex-husband. Yeah, she's a vet's daughter. She had the ex-husband that was such a jerk to her because, you know, yeah, exactly. I'm a fuller figure, and you know he wouldn't even carry over the door frame. Vane's just like, done.
Yeah, give me the fuller figure woman.
And she's another character. She's, you know, she's sassy. She's full of life. She does not. You know, at the beginning of the book, she's kind of timid because she has had this history of people picking on her. But by the end of the book, she's like, not taking your shit anymore.
I mean, she even
I think she even threatens to neuter him at one point.
Yeah. She tried to neuter somebody, and I remember when she went up against the mother.
Yeah.
When the mother came in, she beat her.
Exactly. She just does not...
She didn't play. Whatever she considers her family, she protects viciously.
I did really like her. Like, and that's the thing, is like the couples that I like them as a couple. If I had to pick independent figures, I still would probably pick Kyrian, but I don't think I would pick Amanda. I would definitely pick Tabitha. I would definitely pick Sunshine. I like Nick, but I don't like who he's become.
No, I like what he was.
This is the Dark Hunter series.
Okay.
It's a new take on vampires, and basically what it is instead of having vampires, what you have is something called Apollites, and basically they were where Apollo decided he was going to make a better human than what Zeus had created. Long story short, the Apollites betrayed Apollo, and he curses them to ever live in darkness. They have to die on their 27th birthday, a very horrific death. They figure out, and because they had killed one of his mistresses. And since they killed her on her 27th birthday and tried to blame it on animals, they got some of the features of animals like animal fangs. They were never allowed to walk in the sun again because he didn't want to see them anymore, and they had to die very horrific deaths on their 27th birthday.
And don't they have to drink blood?
No, they don't have to drink blood. They
don't.
found a way around that
that's right.
by taking the lives of humans. And when they drink their blood, they intake their soul, and the soul allows them to live for a few days extra. When you start doing this process, you go from Apollyte to Damien. Alright, so that's where your modern day stories of vampires come from. The Dark Hunters are vampire hunters, essentially. They're the people that go through and hunt these Damians down. And they were created by Artemis to kind of keep the Damians in check so the Damians wouldn't keep killing humans. And they take on some of the same features as the Apollites. And they also are not allowed to walk in the sun. Dark Hunters don't have to take human souls to live. They just, are naturally immortal. But they have the fangs, they have the fast reflexes and everything that the Apollites had. They have some psychic abilities like what the Apollites had. And they're not allowed to walk in the sun either because Apollo doesn't like them any more than he likes the Apollites. The Apollites were his chosen people, so the Dark Hunter's killing them, he doesn't like this. But at the same time, he doesn't like the Apollites, so neither one of them are allowed to walk in the sun.
I don't think he likes anyone. Except himself.
He's a Greek god. They never do. But that's what the entire book series is about. Oh god.
Have you read them all?
I've read most of them.
I have almost every single one.
Talon, Wolf, Zarek, Valerius. Who came after them? I know there's one that I'm missing.
And see, that's not.
There's Alexian and Danger. Yeah, this is just Dark Hunters. This is not. We're not even getting into Were Hunters yet.
All by the same author.
All by the same author.
Wow. She's created Dark Hunters, Dream Hunters,
her
Were
world
Hunters.
is really good. Some of her stuff is a little bit cliche, but her work is actually really good. And this world that she's created is absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Because it's a completely new take on what vampires are. But she has... Acheron is... and the other thing that happens is the Apollites are... They're not from Atlanta, but Atlantis was a real place that was drowned. Were the Apollites from Atlanta?
I want to say they were.
I think so.
From Atlantis.
And that was part of the issue. But there was an Atlantean pantheon that Acheron is from. And he is the destroyer, he is the harbinger of the end of the world. When he died, his mother's the destroyer. When he dies, he goes to rejoin his mother, and she's allowed out of her cage, and she's going to destroy the world.
Yep.
So nobody likes Acheron, none of the Greek gods like him, but at the same time, none of them want to see him dead, because as soon as he dies, the destroyer of the world is going to come out.
And they're going to die too.
And kill every pantheon in existence. Every god you ever heard of in your entire life is real. But they all have followers. The more followers that you have, the more active of a god you're considered. So for instance, if you are Catholic, and if you believe in God, and if you believe in Satan, then you will go to heaven. Or hell, as dictated by your faith. But as, Kyrian would have gone to the Elysian Fields, and Amanda would have gone to heaven, which was kind of sad because it would have split up the couple when they died, but they were later on became immortal again. And that's one of the things that happens is, spoiler alert, Nick dies, he kills himself, and he was Catholic. Killing yourself when you're Catholic is a very bad decision. And before Lucifer can come to claim his soul, Artemis commits a sin and steals one of Lucifer's, well, not really Lucifer's follower, but, steals somebody that was a follower of another god, which is not considered kosher. And
that was the one thing I think she did without any kind of strings or ties attached, because she's like,
she did it
if I don't do
and that's
she's like, if I don't do this, he's going to be pissed at me.
Artemis, she's not very good at it, but she does try.
Yeah.
She tries to redeem herself. And so that's one of the things that upsets me about this book is that Artemis is consistently betrayed as the betrayer and the bad guy of Acheron's world, and some of that is true. She deserves a lot of that. but she does not get points for the times that she does try.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me sad. Because it's one of the things I like to see, is I like to see characters redeemed. But it's a very, very long book series. It's very, very interesting.
Yes.
And we're basically just talking about favorite characters.
And this is only from a few books.
Exactly. That's one of the things that she does well. She has a very wide array of characters. And some of the characters reemerge. You see Kyrian a lot. When he's portrayed in his book, he's kind of badass. When he's portrayed in later books, he's kind of... He's not really lawful, but he's seen as kind of he's a mentor figure, but at the same time he's the mentor figure that's very upright and very like, you can't do that kind of thing. Which is not who he was in his own book.
He broke the rules.
Exactly. But later on when you see him, you know, he and Talon come in and they're like, well, this is the rules for what's going on here, and these are the rules for what's going on there. So
it's like once they find their other half, they kind of like settle down.
Exactly, they settle down and they become these. You know, they're not grumpy characters. They like to laugh and joke, but at the same time, they're pushed aside as mentor characters. And that's actually, she does have a formula that she works from. She has a male protagonist that is viewed as very, very, very strong. She's a female protagonist that's either quirky, but usually relatable.
Bottom line is, great series.
Yeah.
If you want something, a new take on vampires.
That's the other thing that I didn't like, though, about this book, is she has a formula that she works from. She has strong male protagonist, quirky but relatable female protagonist, typically speaking. Tori, like I said, was kind of boring to me. But she also has Acheron. Acheron has always been the head honcho of all the males. Has always been the one to come in and save the day when the main male protagonist can't do it.
Yeah.
And in Acheron's story, you're like, well, nah, you know, this is the head honcho guy. There's going to be nothing that comes up that he can't deal with. And then she introduces another character named Satyr, who was Acheron's mentor, to kind of come in and take the place of Acheron in her foil and it's in her formula. And I'm just like,
But it's a great read. I mean,
it is a good read.
Anyone who wants a new twist on things, they should give her a try. If at least the one probably recommend, I would definitely agree with you, was what would it be? I think it's Night's Embrace or Pleasures.
Night Pleasures.
Night Pleasures. That's what it was.
Yeah, Kyrian's was Night Pleasures.
And I would believe that's the first one to really start on.
It is the first of the Dark Hunter books. She has one book before that that's about a character named Julian who's a friend of Kyrian, but he is not a Dark Hunter.
He's actually a demigod.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
She has like a lot of demigods, a lot of goddesses and everything, so it's really interesting. But if you like vampires, definitely check it out because it's an interesting new twist on vampires.
Yes.